Part 1. The summer of 2024 was one of the hottest seasons Arizona had experienced in decades. Day after day, temperatures climbed above 110 degrees, turning roads into shimmering waves of heat and forcing most people indoors before sunset. But for 34-year-old investigative journalist Ryan Parker, the heat was the least of his concerns. Ryan had spent years chasing stories that other reporters avoided. While most journalists focused on politics, celebrities, or trending news, Ryan preferred unsolved mysteries and missing person cases. He believed every missing person had a story, and every story deserved to be told. One Friday evening, after finishing a report at his office in Phoenix, Ryan received an unusual email. The subject line contained only 4 words: "Look into Emily Carter." There was no greeting, no signature, and no explanation. The body of the message contained just one sentence: "She didn't disappear. She was taken." Attached to the email was a photograph of a young woman with bright blue eyes and blonde hair. Ryan immediately recognized her. Emily Carter had disappeared 8 months earlier, and her case had once dominated local headlines before fading from public attention. Police believed she had left voluntarily. Her family strongly disagreed. Something about the email felt different. Over the years, Ryan had received hundreds of anonymous tips, but this one felt personal. Someone wanted him to investigate. Someone believed the truth had been hidden. Ryan spent the next several hours reviewing old reports, police statements, and interviews connected to Emily's disappearance. As he dug deeper, he made a disturbing discovery. Emily was not the only woman who had vanished under mysterious circumstances. 3 other women had disappeared over the previous 5 years. Their ages were similar. Their backgrounds were different, yet they all shared one strange connection. Each of them had visited a small desert town called Black Creek shortly before disappearing. Ryan had never heard of Black Creek. The following morning, he packed his camera equipment, laptop, notebooks, and enough supplies for several days. Before sunrise, he left Phoenix and began driving toward Black Creek. The journey took him through endless stretches of desert. Hours passed without seeing another vehicle. The landscape felt isolated and forgotten. As Ryan approached Black Creek, a faded sign appeared beside the highway. The population was listed as 382. The town looked like it had been frozen in time. Old buildings lined the main street. A rusted gas station sat near the entrance. Several storefronts appeared abandoned. The silence was unsettling. Ryan parked near the town center and began walking around with his camera. Almost immediately, he noticed people watching him. An old man sitting outside a barber shop stopped talking when Ryan passed by. A woman standing near a grocery store quickly looked away. Even children playing near the sidewalk seemed unusually cautious. It was as though the entire town knew he didn't belong there. Ryan entered a small diner to escape the heat. The restaurant was nearly empty except for a few local customers sitting quietly in booths. An elderly waitress approached and poured him a cup of coffee. "Passing through?" she asked. "Maybe," Ryan replied. "I'm actually looking into a missing person case." The waitress's smile disappeared. "What case?" "Emily Carter." For a brief moment, fear flashed across her face. She glanced around to make sure nobody was listening. Then she leaned closer. "Leave before dark." Ryan frowned. "Why?" The woman lowered her voice. "Because strangers don't stay long in Black Creek." Before he could ask another question, she quickly walked away. That evening, he checked into the only motel in town. The owner, Walter Briggs, greeted him with an overly friendly smile. Walter appeared welcoming, but Ryan immediately noticed something unusual. Security cameras covered almost every inch of the property. Cameras pointed toward the parking lot, hallways, staircases, entrances, and exits. "What are all the cameras for?" Ryan asked casually. Walter laughed. "People steal." The answer felt rehearsed. Ryan spent the evening reviewing his research and organizing notes. Around midnight, he heard footsteps outside his room. Slow, deliberate, back and forth, back and forth. Ryan stood quietly and listened. Finally, he walked to the door and looked through the peephole. Nobody was there. The hallway was empty, yet the footsteps continued. Ryan opened the door. Silence. No one. He checked both directions of the hallway. Still nobody. Feeling uneasy, he returned inside and locked the door. The next morning, Ryan visited the local library hoping to learn more about the town's history. The librarian, a middle-aged woman named Susan, seemed nervous the moment he mentioned Emily Carter. "You're asking dangerous questions," she said. "Dangerous for who?" Ryan asked. The woman hesitated. Then she quietly handed him a folded piece of paper. "Don't tell anyone I gave you this." Ryan unfolded it. An address was written inside. "What is this?" "An abandoned farmhouse outside town." "And?" Susan lowered her voice. "Emily was seen there 3 days before she disappeared." Ryan thanked her and immediately drove toward the location. The farmhouse sat alone in the desert nearly 10 miles from town. The property looked abandoned. Broken windows covered the front of the house. Sections of fencing had collapsed years earlier. The structure itself looked as though it could fall apart at any moment. Yet something caught Ryan's attention. Fresh tire tracks. Someone had recently visited the property. Ryan carefully entered through the front door. Dust covered every surface. The air smelled stale and forgotten. Room after room appeared empty. Using a flashlight, Ryan pried them open. His heart began racing. Inside the box were dozens of photographs. Young women, different years, different locations. Some appeared happy, others looked frightened. Then Ryan saw Emily Carter. Not once, not twice, several times. The same woman appeared throughout the collection. This was no coincidence. Someone had been tracking these women. Someone had been watching them. As Ryan examined the photographs, a loud creak echoed from behind him. He spun around. Nobody. The room was empty. A door slammed shut. Ryan froze. The noise came from somewhere deeper inside the farmhouse. No answer. Then he heard footsteps. Heavy footsteps. Moving toward him. Ryan immediately grabbed the photographs and rushed toward the exit. When he reached the front yard, relief washed over him. But the relief lasted only seconds. All 4 tires on his car had been slashed. Someone had trapped him there. Someone knew exactly where he was. Ryan slowly turned and scanned the desert. Nothing. Just endless sand and distant hills. Then he spotted something. A black pickup truck parked on top of a hill nearly half a mile away. A figure sat behind the wheel, watching, waiting. Ryan could feel it. The truck remained motionless for nearly a minute. Then its headlights suddenly turned on. The engine started. And slowly, very slowly, the black pickup began driving down the hill directly toward him. As the Arizona sun disappeared behind the horizon and darkness swallowed the desert, Ryan realized he was no longer investigating a missing person case. He had become part of it. To be continued.